the intro. Hello people, good afternoon, how is everyone? My name is Ali, and today we are going to talk about past simple, past continuous, and the use of used to and usually. How is everyone? Welcome, Miss Nursina. Welcome. Good afternoon, Mr. Muhammad Murad. Hello, Mr. Kafir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Today we will discuss the past tense. However, we will discuss only the continuous part of it and the simple part of it. We will do multiple exercises, Practice makes us perfect. That's our aim. Yep, and yep, and yep. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? How is life treating you? Are you good? Are you healthy? How is everything? How is everything? Tell me. How is everything? How is the quarantine so far? Are you having fun at home or you're bored? Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. We need to be good, Hey, Mr. Mustafa. Hey. Good and good and good. Glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that, fellas. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Or not okay. Oh, Mustafa. I agree. I absolutely agree. Sometimes it can be boring. Sometimes it can be good because you're home, you're relaxing, Thank God for that. Yes. Thank God for that. It's okay. It's okay. For this 2 hours, from 12 to 2, I will make you feel a bit energetic and positive with me, okay? We will do little exercises, stuff. I'll make it fun. I promise I'll make it fun as much as possible. But I need your interaction. So if you want, ask questions. If you want to, anything, just write down and let's talk about it, okay? Mr. Faya is near the sea. Well, ain't that perfect? Ain't that perfect? Perfect. If your house near sea or near a green something, it will be very, very good for the quarantine part, Okay, let's get right into the past tense. Let's understand the past tense. Where we are using the past tense. Why do we need the past tense? And how many types of past tense there is. And everything. I was reading it, Mr. Fatih. I was reading it. I was thought, okay, this is Fatih, but there is no T, so I was like, Faya. Yeah. Okay. So, fellas, so past tense, there's two tenses in English, past and present, we know that. The past tense in English used for those three cases, to those three specific cases, where let's talk about past, which is very obvious. To talk about hypothesis, which means something you imagined or something you would like to happen. And for politeness. So here, the four structures that we might have. So past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Now, in this lesson, we will talk about only these two. We will talk about the past simple and the past continuous. So let's scroll down and see what the past here, how it's actually applied. So he worked at McDonald's. He had worked there. Here you've got the continuous. He was working at McDonald's. He was working at McDonald's, which means he's still working. It might be. Here to refer to hypothesis. So this something happened in the past. This part is assumption, guess. It might be dangerous. Suppose they got lost. It might be dangerous. So here the hypothesis, because you are not sure if they got lost or not, but suppose they got lost. Here in the wishes, it's used, I wished wasn't so cold. Also hypothesis. This is something you wish, something you imagined. Here, and in conditions with if, the if condition here, you could get a new job if he really tried. If Jack was playing, they would be probably win. This is also type of wishing, hypothesis. Again, here, he said if Jack was playing, they would probably win. So he's imagining, what if Jack played, you know? If Jack there, it would be everything perfect. So for hypothesis, wishes, conditions, in the past we use the past perfect and the combination of it here. Let's jump to the past simple. Let's understand it and let's talk about it. So the problem that most of the students have with the past simple is the verb, the second verb, which might be a bit confusing. You need to practice yourself to get knowledge of all the verbs and the second verb of each verb, because you will need it, trust me. And even the the third verb, past participle, also, sorry, my nose is running this morning. So you need to get your facts, you need to be careful, and at the same time you need to be sure to know your verbs, okay? So called, liked, wanted, worked, as we know, this is all or regular. However, the irregular part here, this is the problems that most of the students has. So B, you have use, welcome Sezime. B was where begin, began, break, broke, bring, brought, and all the verbs here, as you can see. Let's see if students have mistakes. Here you've got choose, and here you've got chose. The pronunciation is absolutely changing. Yes, Miss Sala. Regular is with ed, like those guys here, with ed. A lot of irregular here, he say irregular past tense forms in English. Here are the most common irregular verbs in English. So irregular, which mean not normal, which mean the word taking and change to a whole different word. Okay, so begin, began, because the pronunciation is different, which means it's a different word. So it's irregular. Choose, chose. Let's see if we can find any mistakes here. You've got cut, it's the same. Do is did. Eat, for example, here. And here you've got ate, eat and ate. Hold, held. And there is so much irregular verbs, so many irregular verbs that has the same past and participle. So it will not be quite confusing for you. So here he will explain to us the use of the past simple, where we can use it. Those four cases that we have, I believe 4, yes. This is 4 cases that we have, and we have to understand it. and analyze the sentence to get full perspective of the sentence. So, something that happened once in the past. Now, this is the easiest one. Something happens in the past, at the period of time or anywhere. I met my wife in 1983. We went to Spain for our holidays. They got home very late last night. It happened once and it happened in the past. Now, the second part is something that happened several times in the past. Now here, which mean you're about to use the adverbs, I believe. Let's see here. When I was a boy, I walked a mile to school every day. No verbs. So when I was a boy, I walked a mile to school every day. So here you've got the repetition, which means the several times. Here comes the every day. However, he said, when I was a boy, I walked a mile to school. Now, if we are not talking about the grammar, let's talk about the sentence. So the sentence is basically two parts here. So I walked a mile to school every day when I was a child. So when he was a child, he was going to school walking. So generally, someone go to school, so he repeatedly go to school, like every morning. So that's several times. I really prefer you understand the sentence, because understanding the sentence will make it very easy for you to use the grammar and understand the grammar more. We swam a lot while we were on a holiday. We swam a lot. Swim, swam, here is the verb, the second verb. The base verb is swim. So we swam a lot while we were on a holiday. So they were on a holiday, and here you've got a lot too. Also, again, here are several times. Understanding the sentence. They always enjoyed visiting their friends. They always. Here, you've got the adverb, always, which comes here very nicely, very smoothly. The adverb here came between the verb and the subject here, which commonly, the way it's used here. So they always enjoy visiting their friends, which mean, again, always, it's adverb of frequency. So the frequency of this is 100%. So the repetition is absolutely there. Now, coming here, I hope you can see this screen. Coming here, so you have for now once in the past, several times in the past, and here you've got something that was true for some time in the past. Something that was true for some time in the past, so it's not all the time. So I lived abroad for 10 years. So this period of time, 10 years, this is the sometime, which means now I am living maybe in a different place, or I am back to my hometown. So I lived abroad for 10 years. So it's true for some time in the past. He enjoyed being student. Being student, basically, when you start school, let's say 6 or 7 years old till 22. So this is a period of time, approximately, I don't know, like 16, 15 years, I assume, 16. Here is 6, then 4. 12, 4, that's 16. So also, again, this is true for some period of time. Understand it like this, please, so that you can understand how we're using them. I am sorry. She played a lot of tennis when she was younger. She played a lot of... So when she was young, she was playing tennis. That's it. I rested my case, you see? So, once in past, several times. Welcome, Mr. Knuckledge. So, once in time, several times in the past. True for some time. And the last part is, we often use expressions with ago. Ago, with past tense. So, I met my wife a long time ago. I'm sorry, my nose is just crazy. So here, the use of ago, it's an expression with go. So a long time ago, several years ago, everything you can use it here with the past tense. So we will do the following now. Here you've got now, we need not to forget this one. It's important. So here, number one, once in the past, several times in the past. Here, true for some time in the past, some time, period of time. And here, often use expressions with ago. And often, frequency, which means like 80%, I assume. So those 4 cases for the past simple. So yes, Miss Palin. Not during, no. I lived abroad for 10 years. Yes, which mean this is in the past. You just use the lived, which mean that was before, not during. Yes. Yes. So here you've got 4 types. Once in the past, several times, true for some time, and the last one is the expression with go. So if we do exercises, I want you to tell me which one we're talking about. Are we talking about once in the past, several times, true for some time, or expression with go? So I will put the screen for 1 minute here. So if you want to take a screenshot, and after that we can do exercises, and I want you to tell me where and which situation do we have in our exercise. So 1 minute. Sometimes lived in the past for 10 years. Why sometimes? Sometimes is sometimes lived. I'm sorry, but this sentence is wrong. Sometimes I lived in the past for 10 years. Okay, let's do the past simple exercises here. Remember, we will do those exercises, but I want from you, it might be easy, but I want from you here to remember the situation where past simple comes. Okay, so the young woman here, absolutely. Took, is it correct? Took? Is it correct? Am I writing correct, guys? Took and paid, correct? Took and paid. Is it correct? Took and paid. Okay. Yes, thank you. Now, let's look at the sentence and let's understand it together. The young man took out his wallet and paid the bill. So which one of the cases do we have now? This is like once in time, once in the past, several. No. We're talking about the first one, guys. The first one. Don't jump. First one. I want to understand that you know the sentence meaning. Okay, so the young man took out his wallet and paid the bill. So this is once in the past, several times in the past, or it's used with... Yes, I know. Thank you, Miss Nursina. Yes, it's once the past. So here we've got went, once the past, thank you. And here, by the way, You all wrote went, but what about... Thank you guys, correct. Now, what about where? What is the past for where? Yes, sir. Thank you. Now, when Lucy went to the interview, she wore her best suit. Is that once or twice or which part? Thank you guys, correct. Very nice. So that one is once in the past or how? Remember here, once in the past, several times, true for some time, and expression with go. So here, several times in the past, when Lucy went to... Thank you so much. 3. What's the past for leave and drive? Left and drove. Thank you guys. Very nice, very smooth. Now, the sentence again. We left the motorway and drove for an hour on a quiet country road. Read the sentence again and tell me which situation from the past we have. Once, several, period of time, or expression with go. With a go, sorry. Why Miss Nursina? Why expression with a go? We don't have a go here. Number 3. Why expression with a go? Yes, guys, yes, correct, thank you. Number 3, guys, number 3. Which part of these is? Like, it's once in the past, several times in the past, true for some time, or used with the expression ago. Which one? This third one, which one? Which one? I want you to understand the sentence. Yes, true for some time in the past. Thank you. Now, number 4. I thought I knew my irregular verbs, but now I am not sure. Yes, you are not sure. Yes. So, this is once in the past, or what do you think? Once in the past, several times? Thank you. I know and knew and was. Okay. So let's talk about number 4, guys. Number 4. This one. Is it once in the past or number 4? Thank you so much. Yes. This is true for some time in the past because he said, I thought I know my irregular verbs. So he thought he knew, which means there is a period of time where he thought he knew, but now he doesn't know. Yes. Thank you. Moving forward, 5. As soon as I met Doris, I knew she was someone special. As soon as I met her, I knew she was someone special. So 5. Which one is it? 5. True for some time in the past. Thank you. As soon as I met her. No, I don't think so. Are you sure, Miss Narsina? He said as soon as I met her, which means he met her the first time. Like as soon as I met her. Like when he met her from the first time. So the meeting happens once. He said, as soon as I met Doris, I knew she was someone special. Because he said, as soon as I met her, which means as soon as I finish my class, I will exercise. It's like this. Very nice, Miss Narsina. Correct. However, there's 2 parts of the sentence. So as soon as I met Doris, I knew she was someone special. No, that's one time. Because when he met her first time, he knows she's special, and she continued to be. Thank you, Miss Narsina. Appreciate it. Yes, wrote and when. Wrote and... Yes, Mr. Ismail, correct. 1. Miss or Mr. G.S. Sinker. It's not when, it's 1. So, Tolstoy wrote some great novels, but they never won a Nobel Prize. Absolutely welcome, miss. No problem. So Tolstoy wrote some great novels, but he never won a Nobel Prize. Thank you, Miss Narsina. Correct. So the first part, Tolstoy wrote some great novels. That one, sometime in the past. Very nice. But he never won a Nobel Prize. What is this one? He never won a Nobel Prize. Correct. I actually read Miss Scylla comment, and she wrote put spoke. I was like, why she's telling me to put spoke? Like looking down like, put and spoke. I see now. Put and spoke. Okay, guys. Thank you. So, number 4. The nurse put the little boy to bed and spoke to him softly. She spoke to him softly. Like this. So, what do we have now here? The nurse put the little boy to bed and spoke to him softly. Is there any sign of repetition for several times, or once in time, or sometime in the past? Thank you so much, Miss Narsina. Very nice. Once in the past. Appreciate it. Now, we've got here, as Miss Sala said, we have heard and run. Very nice. Here we go. Smooth, cool. Now, when they heard the fire alarm, everybody ran out of the building. You know what I mean? Everybody. Okay, Miss Sodan. Here we go. Here we have something. Sorry, let me highlight this. Once in the past, it happened once. This one several times in the past. Here, true for some time in the past, which means there is a year or something refers to a period of time, and it can come with ago. Okay? Now, once in the past, number 8, when we heard the fire alarm, everybody ran. Thank you. Thank you. Correct. Now here we have built and cost or cost. So 9, we've got this one. Last year, the company built a new factory which cost millions of dollars. So which one is it here? What we are going to use? This one. Is that once in the past or several times or periods of time? True for some time, I mean. What do you think? Last year, the company built a new factory which cost millions of dollars. Thank you, Miss Nursina. But last year, the company built a new factory. Last year, the company built a new factory. Now, when we are building a factory or something, it will take time. Yes. However, the action once in time, but the factory was built in a period of time. Yes. So what do you think? This sentence like this. Look at this sentence. Last year, the company built a new factory which cost millions of dollars. This one, the company built a new factory. Now, if we go to factory, it will take time to be built. However, here we've got like this. He enjoyed being student. He didn't mention any time for true for some time. He didn't mention anything. But he says student, and we know student takes time to finish his year. Okay? So, here, true for some time. 9 here, true for some time, because the factory will take or this is the first perspective. The second one, as Ms. Norsina said, once in the past, which means last year, once in that year, they built the factory. Yes, Ms. Norsina. Now, I gave you 2 explanations. Which one is more reasonable for you? You can use it. In the exam, they will not ask you this question, but I am trying to offer you an explanation and ideas so that you can understand, is this or this? This is only for your understanding. Yes, Ms. Norsina. Thank you so much. Very nice answers, guys. Very nice. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. We have broke and gave. Very nice. Now, when Jose broke his arm, the doctor gave him 2 weeks off work. Very nice, Miss Esme, yes. Now, the first part is when Jose broke his arm. First sentence, is it several time, true in the past, sometime in the past, or what do you think? Now we're talking only about the first part of the sentence here. Expression with a go. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Norsina. Now, here, expression with a go, it can be, but sometimes we are using a go. However, here, Jose broke his arm. This is once in the time. Thank you, Ms. Esme. Yes. Yes. Okay. We are done here. Let's see our answers. Maybe we got something wrong. Guys, we are good. However, those are not very difficult, but I want you guys to have that understanding of each sentence. Why we are using this, why we are using that, and the whole meaning of it. Now, jumping to the past question and negatives. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate your answers. Thank you so much. Now, here we're talking about the questions of past simple and the negatives of it. Yes, I totally forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, please like our video, subscribe, share the video, okay? You know, I always say, by the way, I own a YouTube channel, so I always say, if this benefits you, if this has helped you with something, share it to other people so they can benefit from it, because sharing is very good, especially when something is beneficial. So share, comment, like. Thank you so much. Now, past simple questions and negatives. We use did to make questions with the past symbol. So it will not be very difficult for you guys. So we've got here, did she play tennis when she was younger? Now, this is a mistake. It might occur, which if you use did here, don't put the verb in the second form of it. Don't say played, please. So, and even if you got mistaken and you say played, swiftly, very fast, try to correct yourself. Did she play tennis when she was younger? Did you live abroad? So the verb is the base verb here. Now remember, we're using the second verb in the past simple, but when we make a question, the did is the second verb. Okay, so we are using did she play tennis when she was younger? And another form of the question is, when did you meet your wife? When did you meet your wife? And again, did in the question again and again. Where did you go for your holiday? So he said here, but with whom we don't use did. So this is the only exception. As we know, there is always exceptions in English language. So here we've got who discovered penicillin. Who wrote Don Queste or Queste or I don't know. Who wrote Don? Okay, let's stop there. So basically, there is two types of question in the past simple. Either you use did here and here too, or you use who, and when you use who, you will not use did. So you cannot say who did discover penicillin. You would say who discovered penicillin. Okay? We have little time, so maybe we pass the exercises. Let's understand this part. This time here for the negative. So we use didn't, did not to make negatives. That's obvious, like that's very easy. They didn't go to Spain this year. They didn't get home until very late. They didn't see you yesterday. Now, if you ask me, it's the same process of the past. Okay? Here, just this note, not, and that would be it. Here, past simple and hypothesis, which is the imagining part. We can also use the past simple for refer to present or future in hypothesis. And we can check them here, I assume. Let's see if we can find something here. Yes. Yep. So we have 8 minutes. We use the verb wish or the phrase if only. So you have the if condition and wish. Talk about things which want but which are not possible. Which mean I really want to go somewhere and so on. But you just wish, like it will not happen or it's not possible. Welcome, Mr. Emre. I wish I could see you next week. I wish I could see you next week. If only we could stop for a drink. I wish we had a bigger house. And so on. Let's see here. Let's do this here because it's about our topic. We use past simple and continuous to talk about wishes for the present. Now this can be confusing. Like I'm talking about past simple and continuous. What's up with the present? We will see now. I don't like the place. I wish I lived somewhere more interesting. The first part is a present simple. This is a present simple. And here, the wishing part, the hypothesis part, I wish I lived somewhere more interesting. Now, this is what all people wonder about. Like, I really wish I would have lived somewhere else. I lived, you know. These seats are very uncomfortable. Again, present simple. I wish we were traveling first class. Now here you've got the past continuous, as we see, subject and auxiliary verb and the verb plus ing. I wish I was taller. I am sorry for all the people who are very small. John wishes he wasn't so busy. John wishes present, he wasn't so busy. So when you speak, now this is about speaking because intermediate. So when you speak, basically guys, you will get used to the fact you combining the grammar all together. Okay, so it will not be quite difficult for you, I guess. So here you've got I, he, she, it. This is something very obvious, something you know, I am sure, as an intermediate student. Were instead of was. So I wish I were taller. Here in the English language, before we were using like he was, she was. Here he say you can use were instead of was. Now here when I'm talking about the exception in grammar, there is always exceptions. Nothing is the same. So John wishes he wasn't or he weren't so busy. So again, you can use were instead of was. If you ask me why, because of the language and how wide it is, it's been used there. I'm freezing. Present continuous. If only it weren't so cold. Hopefully we can do this part. Let's see. Okay. We will do this exercise right after our break for 10 minutes. This is about wishes. It's where the present and the future and the past are combined all together, but the focus here on the past, and it can be mixed. It can be simple, it can be continuous, and so on. So before I go to my break, I want to tell you, please, if you really benefiting, if those videos or those live streams are helping you a lot to understand the English language, to build a good vocabularies, to build a good structure for your grammar and any type of English, make sure you share those videos, make sure you like them, make sure to comment below. Remember, all the videos, all the live streams will be posted on Justenglish YouTube channel. So each and every video you see, if you like to write under the video, you can write comment that after the video have been posted. Okay, you can write comment, your opinion. If you have any questions for each and every teacher we have in Justenglish, there is foreigner instructors, we've got Turkish instructors, we've got YDS, YDS, we've got TOEFL, we've got IELTS, all types of education we have here. Just scroll down to Justenglish YouTube channel and look at the videos. Which instructor you like, comment below, ask questions, and I am very sure that's what I am doing. If I saw a question under my videos in Justenglish YouTube channel, I will write back the answer and we will help you as much as possible. So please don't hesitate. Write, comment, share, and like, and subscribe. Thank you so much. We will take a break for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we will continue with this exercise together. Okay? So I guess I will see you in 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Okay? Okay, guys? Remember, if you go everywhere, just say, Instructor Ali sent you. Okay? Thank you so much. See you after 10-15 minutes. Hey, hey, gorgeous, beautiful, outstanding, spectacular people. How are you? How is everyone? How are you guys? I'm sorry, but when I say spectacular, that need to be like bomb, like spectacular. How is everyone? How is life? What did you do in 10 minutes? Can you tell me what did you do on your break for 10 minutes? What did you do? Now that's fast speech. What did you do? You know, what did you do? So what did you do on your break? You're welcome, Mr. Kum. Welcome. I am completely and utterly and out of the question perfect. Thank you, sir. So, I guess we are jumping into wishes about the past, present, future, choose. But I believe this is a mixture for all. Yeah. Yeah. This is a combination. Afiyet olsun Müzazime. Afiyet olsun. Yep. So, let's get right into it. But we will not do this exercise, unfortunately, because this exercise has the past perfect, and we did not did that because of I'm sticking to the topics that we have, which is past and continuous. So what we will do now is we will go scrolling a bit back and jumping to our past continuous. Yep. This part. So the past continuous. Çok kolay gelsin, Mr. Mehmet. Well, what I did, I just dance a bit. I was shuffling, dancing. No, just energy, extra energy. I want to show you a chart. I want you to look at it. Now, I am sharing with you my chart. Okay? This is my chart. This is I did. You know, this is my creativity. I'm joking. Okay. So, we're talking about the past here. Cooking. Kolay gelsin. Here, we're talking about the past and the simple past. The simple past, which means something, this is the main event. Something happened and finished. Now here, past continuous, this is for continuous, this part, which means the situation continued while the main event there. Okay? Some people confuse the past continuous and the past perfect continuous as it happened before. So the differences, if you ask me, between past continuous and past perfect continuous is the following. Past perfect continuous goes before the main event. Can you see here this circle here? This circle, this is the main event. This line, the red line here, this is the main event, okay? So continuous, it's going through the main event, okay? However, perfect continuous, it happened before the main event and through the main event and at the end to main event, okay? It might continues. So this is, I just want to point out for you guys. So we are talking about those two only, simple and continuous. Let's go back here to our lovely BBC page. So the past continuous is made from the past tense of the verb be and the ing form, of course. So I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, they were. Be careful, be cautious. Can you see here? This is where you are using were, and this one also. And maybe you're wondering why this is you and this is you, because this is singular and this is a plural. We are using the same thing. So if I'm talking to you, I would say you are right. And if I come and I saw 5 people in the room, I was like, you all right? The same thing. This is for one person, this is for a group of people. Okay, so we are using were. And the verb plus ing, of course, this is the obvious. Now, here, exactly the same process that we have before for the simple. The situations or how the past continuous come in a sentence. So here you have for something which happened before and after another action. Something happened before and after another action. Before and after other action. So exactly what I did with the chart. The children were doing their homework. The children were doing their homework when I got home. 2 separate actions, and this one was continuing. So when he got home, he saw them, they are doing their homework. But maybe before they were doing also their homework. So it happened before and after the man went home. Now, compare. The children did their homework when? After I got home. So basically, he didn't use here did, the past simple, because this action is actually happened between 2 events. This use of the past continuous is very common at the beginning of a story. So this is what generally we use when we write essays, stories, and so on. The other day, I was waiting for a bus when something happened. Last week, as I was driving to work, which means it's a continuation of an activity before and after, and something occurred. So first one we have here happened before and after another action. Before and after. So it's like surrounding the main event. The main event in the middle, and it's surrounding it. Here, for something that happened before and after a specific time. So it was 8 o'clock. I was waiting a letter. A specific time. Another action, specific time. So before and after, the same. Compare. At 8 o'clock, I start writing some letters. This is a comparison. To show that something continued for some time. Continued for some time. My head was aching. So it continued at some time and it stopped. Like assumably. Everyone was shouting, which means for some time. No one can shout for a long period of time. No one can have headache and ache for a long time. It's always sometime, like 3 hours, 4 hours, and go doctor and he will be better. For something that happened again and again. Okay, here which means repetition. I was practicing every day, 3 times a day. They were meeting secretly after school. They were always quarreling. Always hear the adverb, guys, again. For repetition. Quarreling, it's fighting means, if you have no idea what does mean. So we have here, before and after an action, another action. Before and after another action, which is coming home. A specific time, 8 o'clock, that's very specific. Continued for some time, which means something happened for some time and it finished. Happening again and again. Here, with verbs which show change or growth. Change or growth. The children were growing up quickly. Again, the adverb. Her English was improving. So this is a progress. This is a growth. My hair was going gray. So starting to change the colors. The town was changing quickly, which means new buildings came and things come and go and so on. We do not normally use the past simple with stative verbs. We use the past simple instead. For example, When I got home, I really needed, not was needed a shower. I really needed a shower. Because doesn't apply on all the cases that we have here. So keep in your mind, you have here happened before and after action, happened before and after a time. Here, continue for some time, happen again and again, and for changing and growth. 6 situations we've got here. Let's see which one we will use. I believe this will be very fast, guys. Let's do it very fast because I believe it's easy. Okay? And let's talk about it. What blank at 8 o'clock last night? Very common, I believe, yes. Cooking? Oh, this is for before, sorry. Okay. So, what we will use here and which... What were you doing? So, let's talk about the sentence. What is the sentence? The sentence, what's the situation? It's happened before and after another time, a specific time, happen again and again. Because it will take so long. It's a specific time because 8 o'clock. Moving forward. The police stopped Wells as blank to the airport. Which one? Very nice. I'm very happy you understood, sir. That's my job. Make you understand. So, what we will use here now. The police stopped Wells as... Come on, 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 come on. You can do it. I will choose the answers, but I want an explanation from you. My name is Ali, sir. Ali. Yes. So, the police stopped Wallace as he was driving. Now, what is that? Is it between and after another time, or a specific time, or repetition, or... What do you think? 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 Why C? The police stopped Wallace as he was driving to the airport. Which means it happened before and after an action. When I got to work, I realized that my watch. Which one here? What we will use here, guys? What we will use here, because I want to we go a little faster because I need to talk about used to. B and C. When I got to work, I realized that I was not wearing my glasses. This or this? Wasn't or was not wearing? It is the same, but which one is correct? Both of them? Or 3 of them? Both of them. Thank you. Yes. It's very good. You are very punctual, guys. Where blank when they had their first child? Professor Berat. Okay, thank you. Where were Rob and Rebecca living? This one. Okay, moving forward. Anyway, what's blank about? I can't remember. So which one here? Anyway, what's blank about? I can't remember. I am not sleepy. My eyes hurt because of the glasses. I hate those glasses. You have no idea. Whoa, 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 whoa. Miss GC, we're not talking about the past simple. Come on. Was I talking? Anyway, what I was talking about, I can't remember. Nice. Was I talking about? Was I talking about? Okay. By the time we got to the party, blank home. What do you think? Which one is it? Which one is it? Was I talking? Yeah, I chose it. No problem. We have C here. By the time we got to the party, A was everyone was going home. Everyone was going home, and we have C was going everyone. This is more appropriate. Thank you. Moving forward. One of our teachers told us that we blank hard enough. A it is, but this one, guys. Which one? B and C. Ah, yeah. Thank you. Julius blank in and out of love when he was a younger man. When he was a younger man. I will kill you if your answers are not correct. I will kill you. I am sorry, yes. Yes, correct. Thank you, Mr. Bilal. Thank you, Mr. Bilal. Yes. We have C and A. Come on. Here the adverb plays an amazing role. Amazing role. A. Yes, guys. The adverb always comes between the auxiliary verb and between and before the verb. But he's in it between. Okay? Okay, let's check our answers. One mistake. Who chose this one? I will kill him. Let's see which one is wrong. One mistake we have. Oh, no mistake. Oh, we don't have a mistake. So it's all correct. All correct. I can't see them all. Can I see? This is correct. 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 All correct. Why he say 11? I kill him. It's correct. Hepsi correct. Thank you, guys. Let's jump very swiftly to used to. Here. Let's see here. So we will talk a bit. We have 40 minutes, I guess. We will talk about used to. So used to plus infinitive. Infinitive, which is the verb plus to, of course. And be or get used to plus the verb ing. So this is the three parts where you are using the used to. So here, very nice. So look at these examples to see how used to, get used to, and be used to are used. So here we've got three examples for you. Let's read them all together. I used to want to be a lawyer, but then I realized how hard they work. I used to want to be a lawyer. Okay? How is Boston? Are you used to the cold weather yet? Are you used to the cold weather yet? Then, no matter how many times I fly, I'll never get used to takeoff and landing. So, we have here used to, only used to. Here you have you used to, or the be, this is be, used to, sorry, are, and used to. And here you've got get used to. So, I don't want to take exercise because it will take time, but let's explain and see the explanation of the used to part. So, used to plus infinitive and be or get used to plus ing. So we have two parts till now. So used to. Look here. This is what you need to focus on. Used to, here, it's used to talk about a past situation that is no longer true. A past situation that are no longer true. It tells us that there was a repeated action or state in the past which has now changed. So something you were doing in the past, but now you're not doing it. For example, she used to be a long distance runner when she was younger, which means now she's not. She's very old. She can't even walk. Okay. I didn't used to sleep very well, but then I started doing a yoga and it really helps. So here, no sleeping whatsoever, but after yoga and exercises, I slept like a baby. That's what they say. Mr. Bilal, you need to follow our Instagram and YouTube because there is a schedule. We can see which instructor teaches. So basically, it depends on the schedule. Did you used to come here as a child? Did you used to come here as a child? So I am asking because now I am seeing that you are not changing. Okay? I am seeing that it's changed. Do you used to come here? For example, you are all grown up and you went back to your primary school and the teacher was looking at you and you are looking and doing this. So he would ask you this obvious question. Did you used to come here? Because I'm noticing that you are looking like you know this place. You've been here before. So did you used to come here as a child? Which of course now it changed. Now here what you need to focus on, it's a past situation that no longer true. A past situation that no longer true. This is just used to, guys. Okay, just used to plus infinitive. Now, when we go to be used to, the verb to be used to and get used to. be familiar with or be accustomed to. Be accustomed to, which mean we will check examples. I guess you will get it. So she's used to the city now and doesn't get lost anymore. She's used to the city now. Here, the be plus used to. She is used to the city now and doesn't get lost anymore. So this is mean she's familiar with the city. She knows the city. She will not be lost anymore. He wasn't used to walking so much and his legs hurt after the bike. Here, which means here, wasn't used to walking, which he is not used to, or he didn't try that before. So he wasn't used to walking so much and his legs hurt after the hike, which mean here he did something that he's not used to do. Did something that he's not used to do. I'm a teacher, so I used to speaking in public. I'm a teacher, so I used to speaking in public. This is accustomed. We use get used to talk about the process of becoming familiar with something. Process of familiar with something. Now, maybe it's confusing for you guys, but trust me, with practice and exercises, you can get right into it. This is mean. Means. I don't know Turkish. I'm very sorry. I really don't know Turkish. But this is mean like ne demek or something. Not very sure. Demek, maybe. I'm sorry, I don't know Turkish. Okay, so be used to and get used to are followed by a noun, a pronoun, or a verb ing, and can be used about the past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. So for example here, after get used to and the verb ing, we've got the noun London. Here the same thing, we have the noise, and here you've got we don't have here, which mean here something else comes. Let's do this grammar with used to, and let's see if we can do that or not. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you set? Let's do it. So, I always hated the cold weather, but blank it when I lived in Russia. What we will say here? We will say get used to, got used to, which one? Miss Salah, she say A. A, B, C. I will kill you. I just will come into the camera. Okay. Like Miss Salah, she said A. Miss Sudan, she say B. And Mr. Mehmet Murat, he say C. Come on, which one? Guys, try to understand the sentence, okay? I always hated the cold weather, but blank it when I lived in Russia. Which means here we are talking about something that we are no longer used to. Something we did in the past, but we are no longer used to. Because what he said here, I'm always hated cold weather, but it when I lived in Russia. Which means something changed. Got used to. Okay? First one, I will write your answers, but I believe used to. I believe the third one, as Miss Mr. Mehmet say and as Mr. Shafiqat said. Yes. So I will write here used to. We can check later. Thank you. We blank much positive feedback about our old products, but the new formula is really successful. What we will use here, guys? Which one? Which one? Understand the sentence. When blank much positivity feedback about our old products, but the new formula is really successful. Which one? A. We didn't used to get much positive feedback, but the new formula is really successful. Yes, didn't used to get, which means here is the used to and the infinitive. Why? Because here we've got a something in the past that's changed, but the new formula is really successful. Thank you, guys. Moving forward, I work from home, so people around me all day. What we will write here, guys? What we will write here? I work from home, so people around me all day. This is about familiarity. This is about familiar with something we're talking about. Or accustomed. It's familiar or accustomed. We're not talking about something happened in the past and no longer. So what we are using? Which one? Come on, where is your answers, people? I'll kill ya. Where is your answers? A. Okay, so I work from home, so I'm not used to have people around me. I'm not used to have. Are you sure? Is it first one or the third one? I'm not used to have, or I used to having. No, this is absolutely no. So yeah, it's correct. Sorry. Okay, 4. I heard Eliza got promoted. Blank her as your boss yet. That was my mistake, Mr. Language. That was my mistake, yes. So we will check after. Sorry, what? I have no idea what I say. I heard Lisa got promoted. Her as your boss yet. Which one? Again, this is about familiarity or a constant thing. It's not about something in the past and change. 6. I see C. Are you used to have her as your boss yet? Yes. Yes, you can do that. Okay, moving forward. You've stopped hiking, but why? You blank all the time. You've stopped hiking, but why? You blank all time. What do you think, guys? Which one? You've stopped hiking, but why? You blank all time. Which mean something happened in the past and now it's changed. It's no longer happening. So what we're using? Ms. Kader said A. You used to go all the time. Do we have any other answers? A. Thank you so much. Moving forward. I've been a nurse for two years, but I don't know if I blank night shifts. Thank you guys. Correct. Mr. Kadir, Mr. Sudan, Mr. Sada, Mr. Kum, Mr. Muhammad, Miss Adanur. Correct. Thank you. So, which one here? I've been a nurse for 2 years, but I don't know if night shift. Which one? This is about custom. Custom, which means are you used to something or not? We're talking about. So it can be used to or get used to plus ing. Which one do you think? Which one do you think? Which one do you think? A. This one. Interesting. Here, I believe we will find mistakes because some students not very much understand the fact that, let's go back a bit here. Look guys, used to, when you say used to, she used to be and so on, a past situation that's no longer true. But when you use be used to and get used to plus ing, it's about familiarity and custom. So here we have A, B, C. A, B, C. I will kill someone now. This or this or this. We have A so much, we will choose A. We need to make mistakes to learn. Even though I loved my old job, I blanked the long hours. What do you think? There is the noun, the long hours. So which one we use? Which followed up by the noun, pronoun? Which one we will use? Be or get. Be. Okay. Thank you. And here we've got the guitar, but I don't have time now. Okay, something happened in the past and now it changed. Which one? What do you think? Which one we are talking about? Thank you. Now we done, let's check. Look, I said to you there is a bit mistakes. You have to understand the fact that used to plus infinitive is something happened in the past, but now no longer is happening. It's not happening. It stopped. With familiarity and a custom and something you are used to or suit to, we use get used to and be used to. So now let's check our mistakes. Here, I've been a nurse for 2 years, but I don't know if I'll ever used to work. Now, why this is wrong? Again, guys, here you have used to plus infinitive. Used to plus infinitive, it's about something that happened, but it stopped. Something happened, but it stopped. But here, she never experienced it. There is no better class than you guys. You're the best. You're the best. So again, here I've been a nurse for 2 years, but I don't know if I blank night shifts. So it cannot be used to. It's either I'll get used to work, I'll ever get used to working. So maybe this is correct. Let's check the answers. The last one. Again, it can be this and that, but I don't believe it's this here. It's the second one. I'll ever get used to work, which is talking about custom. Okay? Something I am not used to, but I might experience, it might occur. Here, can you see here? Be used to mean be familiar with or accustomed to, and the same with get used to. It's a process of becoming familiar with something. Process of becoming familiar with something. I'm not familiar with the fact that I have a night shift, so I don't know. This is one of the mistakes. And this one. I heard Eliza got promoted. Her as your boss yet. Again, here it's the process of getting used to something. Let's see here. Let's check the answers. Are you used to having? Now, again, why this is? Because here, the process of becoming familiar, I'm sorry, not here, here. The process of becoming familiar with something. Be used to plus ing, or it comes noun or so on. Let's check, let's continue. We have another mistake, I assume. No. One here. This one, yes. This one, I worked from home, so I blind people around me all day. I'm not used to have. I'm not used to not having. I'm used to having people around me. So this one, again, process of becoming familiar with something. Practice, fellas. Practice is essential. Practice is important. Let's try this exercise together so that we can wrap up our lesson for today. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. You're amazing. She blank in a bank, but she left and got a job as a gardener. Something you are used to, but you are no longer used to. I'm just using used to everywhere. She blank in a bank, but she left and got a job as a gardener. Which one? Which one? A. I will choose very fast because, guys, I am trusting you here. Since we had the baby, I blank much sleep. Since we had the baby, I blank much sleep. It's the process of getting familiar with something. So what we will use here? What we will use to here? Come on, come on. What do you think? What we will use? Chair is dancing. Oh my god. B. Mr. Arif said B. Mr. Arif, I believe you're correct. How is the new job? Blank it yet. It can be familiar with something, and it can be the process of getting familiar with something. Now, because he got the job, so it's the process of becoming good with something. So what we will use? A. Okay, let's go with A. I will kill you if your answers are incorrect. Okay, let's go. Before I retired, I blank have much time to read. Something that you were doing in the past, but now you stopped it because you retired. Before I retired, I blank have much time to read. I never used to have time. Used to. Got used to. So you use used to plus infinitive. This is something. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The engine noise was defining. What's wrong with me? Yes, it was defining, but the driver blanket. What we will use here? Here we've got the past continuous part that we discussed earlier. So what we will use here? We have A, we will choose A. Okay. Here, our house is on a steep hill, but I blanked the walk after a month of living here. Again, what we will use here? Miss Saleh, she said B. Okay, B it is. Let's jump. Don't worry. Be happy, don't worry, be happy like ooh. Sorry, I just love this song, you know what I mean? Don't worry, you blank in the city center after a while. Don't worry, you blank in the city center after a while. It's getting the process of becoming familiar with something because you are already in the city now. So he's trying to make you feel good, like telling you don't worry and it'll be good. So which one? Miss Sudan, she say B. Okay. When we were at university, we plank have to write an essay a week. Which one? Now, as you see, this was in the university, so this is no longer occurring, no longer happening. So what we will use here? B, thank you. It's done. Okay, let's check your answers. Oh, people, you are amazing. You're spectacular. You're amazing. You're fabulous. You're outstanding. You're perfect. I'm not clapping to anyone. I'm clapping to you. That was amazing. That was perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now, a quick recap for everything we did here. Guys, you need to focus. You have used to, be used to, and get used to. We have 3. First one, about a past situation no longer true. Be used to, be familiar with something or be accustomed about something. And get used to, becoming, the process of becoming familiar with something. The process, which means you are there, but you are getting used to it. I just use it. Okay. I believe this is a wrap for us. Beautiful, gorgeous people. Remember, this is my chart. This is what I did. Okay, guys. I believe that the time is up. And I want to take this 1 or 2 minutes to tell you that I really appreciate the energy and really appreciate your hard work and dedication and your answers and your questions and your ability or your will to to speak, to learn the language. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you a lot. And please, please, please stay healthy, wash your hands, stay quarantined, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our Instagram channel, and just let's make our English a way of life, you know? Thank you so much. Please have a good day. You too. Thank you. Now, guys, stick here. We've got another lesson for you. Please enjoy. Let's learn. And always, always make fun of the English language. Enjoy it, you know? It's beautiful language. Just enjoy it. You will learn it very fast. But practice, okay? Thank you so much. Please have a good day. See you.